Aloha everyone, and welcome to Skincare with Hyram. If you don't know who I am, my name's Hyram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and to the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. It has been so long since I've done a reaction video. Holy shit, it's been like 2 weeks, which maybe doesn't seem like that long, but that is a long time for me. It's been 84 years. Can't think about the Titanic too much. Literally, if one person even makes a single Titanic reference or I hear just 2 notes from My Heart Will Go On, my tear ducts just psh. You show me one single scene from Titanic, waterworks, bitch. That movie fucks me up. I remember the first time I ever watched it, which was in college because I wasn't allowed to watch it growing up, which is a sin. How dare my parents. I was watching it in my dorm room and was crying so hard. I had to stop the movie twice, go into the bathroom, sit on the toilet, and have a pure sob session. And it was so loud that my roommates came in and they were like, "Hey bro, are you okay? We just want to check on you. You seem really upset." Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Hailee Steinfeld's skincare routine. Now, how do I explain? On my channel, I always like reacting to people that I love, but I love Hailee Steinfeld. I love her music so much. For a while, she was like in my very tip-top, like top 5 artists. Maybe she would be my top artist if she released more music. Hailee, I'm looking at you. Just kidding. That comes from someone who's literally never produced a single song in their life, so take my opinion and throw it out. Slay. I don't know what that was. I have too much caffeine. Okay, just because I love her spirit. She seems so organic, so authentic. I love the messaging of her songs, and she just seems like a really wholesome girl. But seriously, I love her so much that in the past, I've actually looked for videos of her skincare routine as an excuse to react to one because I just really have always wanted to react to one and I haven't been able to find one. And now, yesterday she did a video with Vogue, so I am going to react to it and I'm super excited because we shall see. But Hailee, please don't let me down. You're so multi-talented. Please let skincare be one of those talents. So let's get into it. Can I just say I'm so glad to be in my normal filming studio making these videos again. But it feels so good to be back here with my iced coffee, kneeling on the ground, sweat dripping down my back. I missed it. And for anyone who's wondering, yes, I still film kneeling down.
Hey everyone, it's Hailee. I am going to be taking
I love her top. It's so pretty.
Skincare routine and my everyday makeup look. First things first. Gotta cleanse the face.
Oh. Wait, I just saw a white bottle. I don't know what that was. Vogue, help a sister out. Sometimes they put the product links in the description box, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna try not to see what the other links are. It's not here. Well, she uses a white bottle cleanser. I like white bottles. They're very aesthetically pleasing. So it's a win from me. Moving on. She's very gentle. That's good.
This has gotten me more compliments about my skin over FaceTime than anything I've ever used,
awesome.
Ever. This Cora Organics face mask. So I will do a generous amount. Pea size for me is like a whole handful.
Same. Oh my gosh, same.
Sometimes I'll just use it for 10-15 minutes before I apply my makeup.
Okay. I'm literally the same. I used to be the person that would make like a single skincare product last a year because I would use so little. And not only did I realize that I wasn't portioning it out correctly and most skincare products should only last a good 3 to 5 months, but when I started getting a lot more skincare in PR and buying a lot more skincare, but you didn't hear it from me, I very quickly was like, okay, Hyram, this isn't gonna work. You need to be more generous. And now I am like the queen of just slathering as much product as I can on my face, which technically isn't that good either. And now I'm much more generous, so I rarely do use a pea size amount, which isn't always good because technically for portioning that's really all you should be using, but hey,
live your extra life.
So I actually am familiar with our product. That's the Noni Sleeping Mask from Cora Organics. That's a brand by Miranda Care, and I've been familiar with that product for a while. I remember when it first came out and I really had my eyes on it just because it had a very unique kind of jelly-like texture, which is not normal for most sleeping masks. Most sleeping masks tend to be really thick, really heavy, very rich, so it did catch my attention. Actually, funny enough, Miranda Care reached out to me and sent me her products, and when she did, I was shooketh. Little old me, Miranda Care, what? So yeah, don't know what I did to deserve that. But I've actually used that product in the past, way before she sent me product, and I have to say, it's probably my favorite product from Cora Organics. Now, Cora Organics, I love the philosophy of the brand. I hesitate with some of their products because they do like essential oils. They love their essential oils, and I'm someone who avoids essential oils, but for this product specifically, I was really impressed by the fragrance minimalism, and because it is a mask, the risk of irritation is already minimized by only using it for 15 minutes. Now, this one says that it is a sleeping mask, but I actually agree with the way Hailee is using it. I think it's best used in like 15 minutes. Overall, the ingredients in this product though are really, really impressive. It's hydrating and moisturizing oils. It has noni fruit extract. It has mushroom extracts, which are great for reducing redness and sensitivity in the skin. It also has a plum extract that I've been seeing come up in more and more products. That is really great because it's a strong antioxidant. And this product, if I remember right, wait, let me look at the ingredients. Yeah, it has a good amount of antioxidants. The only thing I don't like about it is that it does have like 1 or 2 essential oils and lime extract. But out of all the other Kora Organics products, this definitely has the least amount of fragrance. And like I said, if you use it as a 15-minute mask, your risk of irritation is very, very, very low. So I actually like what Hailee is doing. I like this product. And I think it's great that she is seeing such great results after using it for 15 minutes, because that was always my concern a little bit with this product. For me was like, well, if I only use it for 15 minutes, am I going to see long-term beneficial results? But clearly Hailee is. She's loving it. She gets a lot of compliments. So awesome. Good job, Miranda. And thank you for sending me your products. I appreciate it. I'm all about fragrance minimalism on this channel, if you didn't know already. I like to be intentional about which products specifically do include fragrance, and products like cleansers, cleansing oils, masks. Those are the products where fragrance irritation is very, very, very minimal because you only have it on your face for a very short period of time. So that's why I get to splurge a little bit.
Next up, I take this toner.
Oh!
Cotton pad.
That took a turn. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. That was like a 180. Whew, interesting. I find that very ironic. So she's using a witch hazel toner, and witch hazel, okay, so it's not the worst ingredient in the world. Over time, I've warmed up to it a little bit, but I still think it can be overly sensitizing and irritating, and it's just not necessary in a product when there's much better alternative ingredients out there. The problem I primarily have with witch hazel is it's an astringent, and astringents basically just like bulldoze through all the excess oil and shine on your face, which gives it this really nice appealing effect to the skin because your skin looks even, it looks non-shiny, it looks non-greasy. But a lot of times witch hazel is distilled using alcohol, and a lot of witch hazel toners, like that one, are actually formulated with denatured alcohol. Now, is denatured alcohol evil? No, but it does tend to dehydrate the skin with regular use. And this one specifically has 14% alcohol, and that's not including any alcohol paired with the witch hazel that was used in the distillation process. In my opinion, that's a lot of alcohol. Denatured alcohol is not evil, it's just, I think it's way better at lower concentrations. And the overall thing is like, look, I want the best of the best ingredients, okay? I do not want cheap, low quality ingredients or ingredients that can be sensitizing to a lot of people when there's better alternatives out there. And there's so many better ingredients to help regulate sebum production on the skin, to clear the oil. And while something like witch hazel has this really appealing effect of getting rid of all the oil and shine on your face immediately, it's much better to use ingredients like niacinamide or salicylic acid that work to decrease the amount of oil production you're making throughout the day. And this one specifically is one of my least favorite products because I'm like, yeah, if denatured alcohol is in like 1%, 2%, 5%, maybe, okay, it's not that high, but 14% and potentially higher, in my opinion, that is totally unnecessary and only risking further dehydration and sensitivity. The ironic thing is that she goes in with a very hydrating, glowy, moisturizing mask, which typically after using a mask like that, you'd want pretty glowy skin, and then she follows up with a witch hazel, which is going to completely get rid of all of that glowiness, hydration effect, and potentially dehydrate the skin. So I'm not sure what she's trying to accomplish. It's like going to the gym for an hour and then going to Taco Bell and getting a $10 meal after. Something I have no experience doing. I wouldn't know what that's like. How dare you? In my mind, they just kind of cancel each other out. But you know what? The good thing is that she did go in with a really hydrating treatment beforehand, so at least she's not really overly stripping her skin. So I'll give her that credit for today. I'm mostly worried though, on the days she doesn't use a mask, she uses a cleanser and then goes in right afterwards with a toner. Dehydration, mama. If I were to recommend a toner instead of the witch hazel toner, first of all, I would recommend a treatment toner which has active ingredients that will work to correct issues like excess oiliness and shine long term. The Paula's Choice 2% BHA solution is great because it's 2% salicylic acid, which is not only going to deeply exfoliate the pores, but it's also going to help to make sure you're not as oily throughout time. Even the bubble balancing toner also has niacinamide and willow bark extract, which is the natural form of salicylic acid at a lower concentration, so you get those results as well if you aren't wanting to go in with something super strong but still wanting to take care of that issue. Or literally look at any Korean toner and I guarantee you they will have niacinamide, which is already a much better ingredient than witch hazel for reducing sebum production long term. So anything will be better.
This is my favorite moisturizer, this La Mer Soft Cream, to wear under my makeup. Well, to wear all the time, but I find that my foundation sits really well over it. So
wow, and she uses a lot too. That's like a $50 scoop of La Mer, holy shit. You know, sometimes I envy people like Susan Yara while they're literally taking like gravel to their face and she's just like... And then afterwards she says, okay guys, here's why I don't think that's a great idea. Me, on the other hand, I can't keep that shit inside. Trauma demands to be felt. Okay, La Mer, you know, it's probably one of my least favorite brands out there just because I think what they're doing is criminal. For that size of a jar, that's probably like a good $550 at least. It is essentially a glorified drugstore moisturizer. The ingredients that they use are so old-fashioned, literally the bread and butter of skincare, which don't get me wrong, I love bread and butter. But you're not going to see my ass paying $550 for bread and butter. And La Mer likes to say that they use this complex of these hydrating algae and seaweed that's only specific to them, and the founder of La Mer used it to heal his wounds and all this stuff. You can go watch my Truth About La Mer video. I go into depth there. From what we know, it's just kind of a legend. And here's my thing. Brand is charging a few $100s for a skincare product, yet the ingredients are reflective of literally Nivea cream at the drugstore. There's a problem. I have a problem. And being that I think that skincare should be accessible to everyone, I get uncomfortable with the fact that La Mer is so popular. That being said, La Mer knows their PR game and they probably sent that to her for free. Well, I won't assume, but they could have sent it to her for free. Just because when I do watch celebrity reaction videos and I see them using crazy expensive skincare products like La Mer a lot of times will be at fashion shows or send out their products to actors to be able to use them for hopefully moments like this. Because they know people are going to be like, what are the celebrities using? I want to use what the celebrities use. They see that they're using La Mer and they buy it, which, you know, smart. But being that I always want skincare to be really accessible to everyone, I do get just uncomfortable with the fact that La Mer is so popular. And I personally know people who do not make that much money, but feel that they have to buy La Mer because it's like the best product out there. I've seen that way too many times for my personal comfort, which is why we are anti-La Mer on this channel. But you know, at least she's going in with a moisturizer. That's good. If I were to give like a substitute to La Mer, I would recommend literally anything. No, I'm kidding. The Skin Fix Lipid Peptide Cream is a great match because it's a thicker, heavier cream that packs a lot of moisture, a lot of hydration, but has way better ingredients. It's very high quality. It's a 1/10 of the price. Or if you want kind of like the marine rich hydrating story, I would say the Biossance Omega Repair Cream is a good one as well. Very thick, similar consistency. It has better ingredients like squalane and algae. Or honestly, if you just want to talk results, seriously, the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream literally use almost exactly the same ingredients as La Mer, so just go with one of those.
I've been working for my whole life. What feels like my whole life. Right, yeah. And so I've traveled, I've had different people in different parts of the world do my makeup in different ways, using different techniques, and I think it's cool. So it's become more and more important for me, but I've always been really obsessed with taking care of my skin and making sure that it is the best that it can be. My skin, it's been a journey. And let me tell you something right now. I'll get a little bit closer so you can see. We are looking so good right now. I'm so happy about it. It's probably only going to last about a week longer. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to take that back. Next,
that is a mood.
I use
okay. Yep.
I don't leave the house without this. I have one in my bag at all times. Yes. It's so important.
Yes. Okay. Oh, and she uses a generous amount. Yes.
I'd say the number one beauty tip that I've gotten from my mom is sunscreen. Wear sunscreen. She's always told me since day one.
Mama.
Stay out of the sun, which I tend to do.
Good.
I really have found that working out and staying physically active has really helped, well, with a lot of things, mental health and my skin ultimately, either turning my phone off or leaving it behind when I'm in the gym and sort of allowing myself that time, again, to disconnect and just focus on me and the moment that I'm in. So I'm obsessed with this.
You know what, as she's talking about all this, I have to say, like, how do I go about this? Working in the entertainment industry, which is a bold statement for me to say that I work in the entertainment industry. I am so the scum of the earth of the entertainment industry, but I still do work in, you know, creating content that's hopefully entertaining. I mean, you're the judge of that. It is exhausting. And that is coming from someone who used to work on a ranch. I grew up on a cattle ranch. I would bale hay, castrate cattle, feed and take care of horses, all that kind of stuff. I feel like I have a good grasp on what traditional hard work is, and I have never been faced with the amount of challenges that I have working in this industry. And I think it's just because it's nonstop. It's just go, 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 constantly. From the second you wake up until the second you go to bed, no time, only working, never free time. It's truthfully exhausting. And honestly, like A-list celebrities, I have no idea how they do it because I just can't imagine the amount of time that they're dedicating to working. It's just mind-boggling. And being in a position where I can kind of know a little bit about that now, I can't imagine growing up in the industry, that being your life, and the amount of stress that would be. And if we know one thing about skin health, stress is the worst thing for it, as displayed on this face right here. No, seriously, my skin has not been doing well. Which is why when working, you know, as an actress in the entertainment industry, it would be so important to make sure you're taking care of your skin from a young age so that stress and that craziness doesn't play out on your face. I'm so glad her mom always preached the importance of sunscreen. Hailee appears to be a little bit like olive toned, which I find unfortunately a lot of people with darker skin tones, they're excluded from using sunscreen, which is a complete lie. Everyone needs to use sunscreen. It's so important to skin health and just overall body health. I mean, hello, skin cancer. And it makes me so happy to hear parents encouraging their kids to wear sunscreen from a young age. It's just so important. That being said, she's using the Elta MD sunscreen and she's using a lot of it, which I love to see. That one is a mostly mineral sunscreen, although it does have one UV filter that I'm personally not a fan of, so I don't use that sunscreen, but in relation to a lot of other sunscreens, it's amazing. It has won so many awards. People are obsessed with it, and I would never discourage anyone from using it, so I think it's great that she's going in with it. And yeah, honestly, no complaints there. I think it's awesome. And wow, that was a short routine. It was a lot, but it was a short routine. I feel like kind of conflicted about this routine because I like that it's super simple. I mean, it's only what, 4 steps, 5 steps? She does go in with the basics, which I like, you know, she goes in with the cleanser, she goes in with the treatment, the mask, she goes in with the moisturizer, and she goes in with the sunscreen. Boom, that's all you need, you're good to go. I wish I knew what cleanser she uses. Unfortunately, neither Vogue or I do. The mask, I think it's good, it has great ingredients. Obviously, not a fan of the Witch Hazel toner. La Mer, 2 out of 10, that was bad. But she goes in with a great sunscreen. The only thing I would recommend her using is to use an exfoliating treatment, like a salicylic acid treatment, which will help to make sure she's not overly oily, but also, you know, regularly exfoliating, something I think is really important. And because most people really pull out all the stops for their skincare routine when making a video like this, if this really is all the products that she uses, I think she's just missing an exfoliating product. But you know what, thinking about it, she does go in with a hydrating mask, she goes in with a very, very moisturizing cream, and she uses a pretty moisturizing sunscreen. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world for her to use a Witch Hazel toner. It's not terrible. Her skin probably isn't becoming dehydrated over time, so I'm not totally mad at it. I just wouldn't recommend that product as a whole. In my mind, my skincare routine is only as strong as my weakest product, so I feel like she could level that one up, but overall, not a terrible routine. Not the best I've seen, but not the worst I've seen. At least we can say, though, that she knows the importance of sunscreen and she's wearing a lot of it, and for that, I applaud you, Hailee. What do you guys think of this routine? Let me know in the comment section down below, and let me know who I should react to next. I've been seeing your comments, and I know a lot of you guys want me to react to a specific person, specifically a man. That is coming very soon, don't worry. But let me know if there's any others you want me to react to. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and to the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.